Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Come and See. With me today is Donna Sorriento with Hands with Heart. It's one of my favorite ministries. Even though I don't do anything that the ladies that are involved in the ministry do, I would never know how to crochet or knit or do prayer shawls. But these guys are so expert at what they do. And Donna, welcome
Thank you.
welcome here today. And
Thank you.
well, we've had a little improvisation here in our video today, but we really felt strongly about getting a representative from the Hands with Heart ministry. Donna, I'd like for you to tell me exactly what the women who are involved in the ministry do and why you do it. First of all, why you do it personally, and second of all, why you do it and who is benefiting from what you guys do.
Okay. Well, it's just amazing how the Holy Spirit works in all of us, each of us. And we just need to open up our hearts and our ears and listen. And the way this came about was it's very interesting. The way Hands with Heart began was I was privileged enough to meet this wonderfully beautiful lady named Bobby Torgensen. And upon our meeting, we began talking and found that our hearts had been touched with kind of the same thing. We wanted to make prayer blankets, and Bobby was already making them. I was making them, but making prayer blankets for those in need in the community and in our parish. That needed some comfort and just to know that they were cared for, they were loved, they were thought about and prayed for. And it was very shortly after that, I had several women coming to me from the church after Mass in the morning and talking about that they were lonely, that they wished that we had some sort of a venue where we could all sit and maybe have a cup of coffee together and talk together and so forth. Well, that kind of touched my heart. And then the following week, Father Pat was talking about his mission of 50-50 by 2020, and how we were all given these beautiful talents, God-given talents, and that we could use these talents to help our parishioners become a family instead of just going to Mass and saying, hi, how are you? And then leaving and so forth, but really become engaged with one another and become friends and learn about each other and be there for one another. So Bobby and I started talking and said, why don't we put together some sort of ministry where we can combine all of that and have a place that we could meet, have a cup of coffee, just be an ear to listen to others, be a shoulder for someone to share their burdens with or what have you. And while we're doing that, we can pray and we can make prayer blankets. Well, it turns out that all these wonderful ladies that came to the group and signed up or joined were very talented. And from making prayer blankets, everything has just grown exponentially. And we found other ways that we could help the community and help our parishioners by making feely hearts that are donated to the hospitals and to the veterans that are suffering with PTSD at Camp Hope, and just to thank you for their service and their support, and to let them know that we really care. They're not forgotten. We make all kinds of things. Where there is a need, we just kind of find a way. And we make large pillow hearts for people that have had heart surgeries or breast surgeries. We make prayer stoles for those that are undergoing chemotherapy. And recently, because of the pandemic, we found a great need for masks. And so our group came together separately. So we were social distancing and we were doing this at home, but we made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of masks that were donated to nursing homes, to the church, to parishioners here, and just wherever they were needed. And it's just been such a wonderful experience. It really has. We have become a sisterhood. We care for one another. We're there for one another. And also during this distancing, we stay in contact with each other by phone, texting. How are you doing? Is there anything that you need? If someone is sick or in the hospital, we bring over a dinner. We really bonded, and it's just been so wonderful. I have been graced.
It sounds like another one of those efforts where the giver gets as much out of it as the person receiving.
This is very true. I personally have received so much more than what I have done, and it's just enriched my life tremendously.
How many people are typically show up when you guys were meeting?
When we were meeting, there were about, I want to say, anywhere between 13 and 15 ladies. Mm-hmm. And we don't need to come to the meeting either. There's a group of us that just love socializing and getting together. Mm-hmm. And then there are others that wish to stay home, but they are equally a part of our group. Mm-hmm. And they are home crocheting and knitting and carrying on, and they will just bring their wares to the office, and then they are blessed by Father Pat, and we donate them.
If someone wants to come and be a part of your group, as you mentioned, first of all, there's not a specific kind of stitch that you have to be a master of.
No. As a matter of fact, if some ladies say, "Oh, I'm not creative at all. I can't do anything," and I said, "Well, you can have a cup of coffee with us, and you can pray the rosary with us," and we do that as well. Okay. Or if they just are not feeling well, they can sit on the couch and just read a book. It's camaraderie, right. And it's companionship, and it's much needed, especially with a lot of our senior ladies, myself included, that find we have more time on our hands, and we need friendship. We need someone to talk to.
If someone is out there watching this and would like to be a part of you, how do they go about doing that?
We can be reached. Bobby Torgensen has a telephone number of 281-610-7081. My telephone number, it's Donna Sorriento at 281-296-8018. We meet when we are meeting. We're not currently meeting right now, but we meet every morning after morning mass, every Monday morning after morning mass at about 9:10, 9:15, and it goes until about 11 o'clock. And then sometimes we all gather together and go out to lunch, or just bring a bag lunch and stay until 1.
Excellent. Okay, full disclosure here. You told me at the beginning you were nervous, but you made it through. How'd you make it through? Show everybody.
How?
No, yeah.
This is how I made it through, because this is not my forte. I really don't like.
She did great, by the way.
I really don't like speaking in front of anyone, but the Lord, again, has put this on me to walk through this fear, and it wasn't easy. Mm-hmm. But I decided to do this, and I've been praying the rosary. I pray the rosary every day, but I've been really holding on to this rosary and praying all night last night. I got very little sleep, but I wanted to do this for my dear, dear friend, Bobby Torgensen, who was really the light of Hands with Heart.
Another example of the power of the rosary.
Yes, absolutely.
You did marvelously today, Donna.
Thank you.
I told you it was going to be easy.
Well, it's not me. It's the Holy Spirit, because I prayed the Holy Spirit.
Okay, Donna Sorriento with Hands with Heart. You got the information. Yes. If you'd like to be a part of it, then
come join us. We would love to have you.
or call Bobby or Donna.
Yes.
And we will be back again tomorrow with another edition of Come and See. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you.
Okay.